Have you ever paused in the middle of your day, looked at your life, and thought, I should be further along by now? That quiet voice, almost like a whisper, creeping into your thoughts. The world is spinning, opportunities are passing, time is moving forward without any concern for your hesitation. The scary truth is this: life will not pause while you gather courage. It will not stop while you overthink, second guess, or try to perfect every move. Life keeps going. The only question is whether you're moving with it or falling behind. From all the chances not taken, from all the dreams left to die in the comfort zone, from all the potential that went unused because of hesitation. The person you could have become. They don't live in tomorrow. They live in what you choose to do today. That sense that time is slipping by, and yet your dreams are still waiting on the other side of action. They're the ones who acted, who stumbled forward, who made mistakes and learned on the go. The more you delay, the more the excuses grow. Because fear is always part of the story. No one starts without fear. No one begins without that voice inside saying, you learn by doing, you grow by trying, you evolve by getting it wrong and adjusting. Every successful person you admire has a trail of failures behind them. What separates them isn't luck, it's action. Relentless, messy, imperfect action. What if I fail? But here's the truth: fear is not the enemy. Inaction is. Fear is a signal that something matters. But when fear paralyzes you, you give up control. You hand your future to doubt, to delay, to distractions. Courage is not about being fearless. It's about moving forward despite fear. It's choosing progress over perfection, movement over paralysis. The more your self-doubt multiplies, the more time you give fear, the more power it gains over your life. They refuse to wait for the green light from the world. They gave themselves permission and moved. You keep telling yourself that you'll begin tomorrow, or next week, or when you feel more ready. But deep down, you know the truth. And the only difference between that version of you and the one who built a new life is one decision: the decision to begin. Not someday, not when the stars align, not when you feel inspired, but right now, in this very moment. Every day you wait is a day you'll regret. A day where someone else, someone no smarter or more talented than you, took a leap you didn't. Every day you wait is a day someone else becomes the person you raised still dreaming of becoming. While you plan, they're building. While you hesitate, they're growing. While you fear judgment, they're learning from failure. You're not behind because you're not good enough. You're behind because you keep postponing the life you say you want. Life is messy. Goals are hard. Dreams are inconvenient. And if you're waiting for the perfect moment, you're not looking for a moment. You're looking for an escape from responsibility. The perfect moment doesn't exist, but your opportunity to change everything that exists now. Because while you're waiting, life is not. Waiting feels safe. That's why we do it. Waiting gives the illusion of control. You say you're planning, preparing, getting things in place, or I'll begin when I feel more confident. But has confidence ever just appeared out of nowhere? Confidence doesn't show up before the action. It grows from action. It is born when you step into something unprepared and certain. And keep going anyway. You gain clarity by doing, not by waiting. You gain strength by showing up, not by thinking about showing up. But more often than not, you're just avoiding the discomfort, avoiding the fear of failing. And in the meantime, days slip into weeks, weeks into months, months into years, until one day They look back and realize they've spent more time preparing to live than actually living, avoiding the truth that starting now means you have to face the unknown. But no growth happens in the known. No success comes without risk. And no dream ever becomes real if it's only lived in your imagination. Ask yourself, how many times have you said, "I'll start when I have more time"? But did that time ever come? The sad reality is that too many people wait their lives away. They wait for approval. They wait for circumstances to be perfect. They wait for the fear to vanish. Regret doesn't come from doing. It comes from not doing. The people who achieve extraordinary things aren't always the smartest, or the most talented, or the most connected. They're the ones who stopped waiting. And let's be honest, waiting rarely helps you feel more ready. It usually makes the fear bigger. It makes the mountain look steeper. If you're waiting for everything to make sense before you begin, you will be waiting forever. Imagine this, a year from today, you wake up in the same place, with the same regrets, the same unfulfilled goals. Nothing has changed. Every day you delay is a day of progress lost. And let's talk about fear. You might think that waiting protects you from mistakes, but it doesn't. Waiting is the biggest mistake. You don't need the full map to take the first step. You don't need a 5-year plan to start your journey. That thing that keeps resurfacing, no matter how many times you push it down. That idea, that project, that change. It's not random. It's not a passing thought. It's a signal, a calling. And the longer you ignore it, the louder your regret will become. The question is, who's writing your story? You? Or your fears? You? Or your comfort zone? You? Or your excuses? You need a willingness to begin, to commit, to stay in motion. Taking action might be uncomfortable, but living with regret for the life you never lived, that's a weight far heavier than any failure. And soon, you look back and barely recognize the person who kept putting it off. That version of you, the one who acted, will be living the life you were only dreaming about right now. You don't want to tell yourself, "If only I had started back then," not because it's loud or dramatic, but because it's true. You don't need more time. You need more action. You don't need more certainty. You need more courage. You don't need more excuses. You need more commitment, because today has something no other day has: urgency. A day you could have made one more step forward. A day you could have built a better body, a sharper mind, a stronger heart. A day you could have inspired someone else, changed someone's life, maybe even saved your own from mediocrity. Today is real. Today is within reach. Tomorrow is only a promise, and not a guaranteed one. Don't trade what's real for what's uncertain, because the only way to avoid that future is to act now. Not tomorrow, now. And the longer you carry that weight, the harder it becomes to let it go. And once you start, momentum becomes your ally. One action leads to another. One decision leads to clarity. And slowly, almost without realizing it, you become someone who doesn't wait. You become someone who moves. Think about what you want, not the vague wish or the fantasy, but the real goal that's been living inside you. The pain of discipline is temporary. The pain of regret lasts forever. That's not just a catchy phrase. It's a brutal truth. You don't want to look back 10 years from now and see a trail of abandoned goals, unopened doors, and unexplored potential. You have one life, one chance, one story to write. And every day is a page if you want change. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop waiting for clarity. Stop waiting for someone to push you. Push yourself. Decide. Move. Commit. You don't need perfect conditions. You need personal conviction. The kind that says, I'm tired of being stuck. I'm ready to take ownership of my life. And let us be clear. Action doesn't mean you quit your job today or change everything overnight. Action can be small. It can be a phone call, a conversation, a walk, a written plan, a boundary set, a habit started. What matters is not the size of the action. What matters is that you act. Start now, and in time, the momentum will build. The habits will form. The identity will shift. It all begins with a decision, a single moment of courage, a refusal to wait one more day. Every day you wait is a day you could have learned something new. So if you've been waiting for a sign, this is it. The next chapter of your life is unwritten. The pen is in your hand. The clock is ticking. Don't waste another second. Because every day you wait is a day you'll regret. And every day you act, no matter how small, is a day that moves you closer to the life you were meant to live. Start today. Start now. And don't stop